Coming up on BGJH News, Bodie informs us about the Purple Spirit Club, we learn about the upcoming boys basketball season, and Carter shares some National Donut Day trivia. All this and more coming up for BGJH News, Friday, November 1st. Hey BG, I'm Ron with your top stories this week. Let's take it over to Bentley to hear all about the upcoming girls basketball season.
Football is a very competitive and contact sport. The 8th grade football team is about to enter playoffs, so they are working extra hard to prepare. 8th grade players and coaches share with us important things about this team. 8th grader Nehemiah Schultz is a player on the football team. He shares with us his position, his setbacks, and what he looks forward to in high school.
I play quarterback. You're kind of like the leader of the field. Yeah, I just like being it. Definitely because I'm a little bit smaller than most people, so it's kind of tough. It affects my visibility. We're pretty good. We'll go however far our line takes us, and yeah.
Coaching a football team involves lots of hard work, like running plays and keeping the players in check. Coach Holder shares with us what position he coaches and the talent on the team.
I coach the quarterback. I played quarterback in high school. We were more of an option and then pass later type of team. I played for Franklin Simpson Wildcats. So I walked on at Western. At Western, I was a cornerback and running back. They have a lot of talent. They got focus when they're needing it. I think this is the tallest team and the biggest team we've had in a while. So
Coach Holder also shares with us how hard the team works and their past challenges.
It depends on what day it is. I mean, some days are different. All athletes practice differently. All games play differently in games. So it just depends on who we're playing and the talent level we got to play against. So far, a great year. I mean, we had that one where we went over there to Paducah and the refs kind of helped them out a little bit. But other than that, we should be undefeated. So we as coaches think, and I think myself, I'm speaking for myself, I think we have an undefeated season other than that game we went over and kind of got messed over on.
Playing football takes lots of time and effort. The players and coaches work very hard to be the best they can be. Make sure to attend the upcoming games. For BGJHS News, I'm Cole.
Washington, John F. Kennedy, Theodore Roosevelt. These are the names of the most famous presidents. The presidential election is coming up on November 5th. The candidates for the presidential election is Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. First, shares his thoughts on the upcoming election.
If I was 18, I would vote for Kamala Harris because I would want to see how a woman do as president. I don't think I would do for president because it's not nothing I would look forward to when I get older. I would want to make the country a better place.
President Panuski shares his thoughts on what he would do if he was president.
Make universal health care so everybody gets the best medical treatment they can get for free.
7th grader Garrett Pearson shares his thoughts with us on the upcoming election.
I think I'll vote for Kamala Harris because she puts a lot of time and money into the middle class. If I were to run for president, I think that I would make our country equal.
Cook shares her thoughts on what she would do if she was president.
What would you do for our country? I think there's lots of things I would like to do. However, the one thing that has always really bugged me is litter and trash. And I would like to make it mandatory that everyone has to take some time out of their day, out of their week to help clean up our earth, our oceans, just to help protect the people and the animals and our environment, because we have one planet to live on. So take care of it, friends.
To keep up with the news on November 5th to find out who our next president is going to be.
We spoke to some of the basketball players here at BGJHS about how they think they will do this year for the season. Anthony Davidson, 8th grade basketball players, shares with us how he feels about this season.
Practice on who we're going to play, try to replicate their plays and how to stop them.
Kingston Bonds, a 7th grade player here at BGJHS, explains what motivates him to work hard on the court.
What gives me the motivation to play basketball is there's not that much people that made it D1 out of Bowling Green, and I want to make it D1.
These two basketball players here at BGJHS showed how they think they will do this year and how they prepare before the season. For BGJHS News, I'm Jordan.
When it comes to being on the basketball team, it takes a lot of work. They're just now starting to practice their skills and grow together as a team. We asked 7th or 8th graders on the Lady Purples basketball team how they think the team will do this season and what they're most excited about.
We spoke with Eva Salda, who is an 8th grader on your Lady Purples basketball team. She's going to speak with you about what goals she wants to accomplish this season and how she'll accomplish them.
Some goals I want to accomplish this season is getting better than I was last year. I'll accomplish this goal by practicing every day and working harder every day.
We also spoke to an 8th grader, Melanie Geelan, who plays for your Lady Purples basketball team. She's going to share with you what she's most excited for about this season and how rivalry games are different from just regular games.
The most thing I'm excited for this season is definitely rivalry games, because I feel like if we practice hard and more, we can defeat them and become undefeated. Because most rivalry games are past losses that we've had or really talented players that we go against, and I feel like beating them is just a really big victory.
As you can see, basketball is very exciting, but you also have to set some goals for yourself if you want to become better at your sport and as a teammate. Good luck to our BGJHS Lady Purples basketball team as they take on some good other players this season. For your BGJHS News, I'm
Bowling Green Junior High students are getting their hands dirty in the best way possible as a new school garden project begins. We talked to Ms. Glass about her plans for the garden and the Purple Spirit Club.
So the Purple Spirit Club, it's not just like a pep club that a lot of people think it is. It's literally to do good deeds, go out and do good things, spread kindness. And it involves not just on the school, but we have projects where we want to get involved with out in the public as well. We have a day that we're going to go and volunteer at the animal shelter. It also encompasses the garden that we have coming up as well. So that would be that we're going to be able to give food to those who might need it that we've grown.
Ms. Glass also shared with us when the project is set to begin.
So the Purple Spirit Club is in motion. So some people may have noticed some positive signs we've hung up. Some people may have gotten some Post-its with some positive statements. Some of our teachers may have gotten a Gimme High Five card that had a positive comment given to them by a student. Those are just some of the things we've started to do.
She explained the goals of the club and some setbacks they might face.
Our goal is hopefully to change the mindset of our school, is to be more of a positive-minded society instead of focusing so much on the negative all the time. Setbacks it's only that can we do it during 7th period, which is just a very short period of time, so we have to be really quick on what we do.
Make sure to keep an eye out for a new garden coming to Bowling Green Junior High School. For BGJHS News,
As the leaves change and the weather cools, students and families across the region took a much-needed break to celebrate the fall season. 8th grader Ermac Ramos shared with us where he went for fall break and something surprising he saw.
I went to Destin, Florida, play with dolphins. 6 dolphins when we were on a dolphin trip.
7th grader Ruby Heltzley shared with us what she did over fall break.
Out of the country to Italy. I went to see all the monuments they have there and things that were built back in BC and BCE.
Autumn's arrival brings a welcome break for students and families to revel in this season. For BGJHS News. Snow cones, tennis, laughing with friends, basketball, football, soccer. Does this sound fun to you? Earning a Pride Award is not always easiest to accomplish. 7th grader Brinkley Greer shares with us what she had to do in order to earn the Pride Award.
What I had to do to participate in the award is I had to focus on my grades and academics and make sure I wasn't on the ICU list. Challenges I faced were staying on task and staying on top of my work. My favorite parts about going on the trip were the pelicans and being able to hang out with my friends. Because most of the time at school we don't get to hang out with our friends, and I just had fun.
There are many activities to participate in at Kariakis Park. 8th grader Maram Hassan shares with us some of her favorite activities.
Some of the things I had to do is make sure I wasn't on the ICU work and had no behavior. Some of the challenges I had to face was make sure I wasn't doing anything bad and getting caught up on all my work. Some of the things I liked about this trip was I got to hang out with my friends and not have to do schoolwork, because I don't really get to hang out with my friends outside of school, so I think that was a good
For all the hard work and effort, everyone managed to have a great day full of fun and laughter. For BG,
there are many beloved donut places here in Bowling Green that serve delicious breakfast foods that addict the local people in town. Today we spoke with 8th grader Braylon. He answered some trivia questions and told us what he would do if he owned his own donut shop.
We're here with 8th grader Braylon Knight, and he's going to guess which donuts: Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, or Gads.
I think this one is Krispy Kreme. I think this one is Dunkin'. And that one's Gads. I think this one is...
You got 3 out of 3 right. How do you feel?
I feel, great.
What year was Gads created in? 1989, 1972, or 1982?
1972.
Next, we had a talk with 6th grader Kellen Bradley. He shared with us some history of local donut shops in town and answered some trivia.
We're with 6th grader Kellen Bradley, and he's about to try all 3 of these donuts. And whenever you guess a donut, you're going to rearrange the paper with that plate. Okay. So here we go. You got all 3 of them correct. How do you feel? Good. What is the most sold donut at Dunkin' Donuts? Vanilla frosted, rainbow sprinkles, or chocolate? Vanilla frosted.
So which donut shop is your favorite? Do you have a donut you really like? Make sure to support your local BG donut shops. For BG JHS News, I'm Audrey.
Now here's Marvin with the weather and Gracie with their weekly announcements.
This weekend we will see highs in the 70s and lows in the 60s. Next week we will have highs in the 80s at the beginning of the week with a cool down to the 60s by Friday. Lows will be in the 50s and 40s. For your BGJHS weather update, I'm Marvin.
BG, I'm Gracie with your weekly announcements. The fall play Mother Goose's Farewell will be held in the auditorium on Friday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 1 p.m. Make sure to come watch the performance. The Purple Perspective Student News is now online. Make sure to check it weekly for your news updates. You can find it linked on your guidance counselor's Google Classroom, as well as scanning the QR codes posted around the school. Remember, there will be no school next week on November 4th and 5th. Teachers have a professional development day on the 4th, and the presidential election is on the 5th. That's your weekly announcements. Back to you, Miram.
Thanks, Marvin and Gracie, and thanks for watching BG. Have a great week, and remember, excellence is worth the effort.